Just got them yesterday.
All right, everyone have a seat. I'm going to call the docket. When I call the docket, you need to stand and let me know you are here. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you're not here and a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Walter Davis, Joseph Foz, Joseph Humberg, Fatima Malara, custody, Pearson. Thank you. Raphael Rodriguez, Cherry McKinley, Cherry Michelle McKinley, Kendall Ortiz, Austin Rodriguez, custody, Augustine Lopez, Mark Anthony Guerrero, Brad Juarez, Rudy Camacho, Kelly Cadena, custody, Christopher Ray Gonzalez. Where?
Please stand up.
Joshua Silvis, Robert Winters, and Norma, have someone from back come down. Joe Morales, custody, Christian Clark, custody, Lauren Alanise, Catwan Bird, Antoine Irving, Rudy Fernandez, Kamar Simpson, Maria Fernanda Bravo, thank you, Dwight Bebbington, Michael Hill, Mario Garcia Jr., Nicholas Morris, Jamie Vostell, custody. Oh, it shows in custody. She's not in custody.
Are you the defendant? What's your name, ma'am? Your name is Jamie?
Jose Nino, custody. Lorenzo Garcia, custody. Augustine Lopez. Jose Nino, custody. Timothy Rivas.
Your Honor.
Dominique Smith.
Your Honor.
Oh, okay, thank you. Devon Orosco. Daryl Payne, custody. Austin Rodriguez, Dwayne Daniels, Justina Saucedo, custody. Kamar Davian Simpson. Daryl Fonteroy, custody. Is there any, oh, Alexander Rodriguez, that's supposed to be by phone?
Yes, at 12.
Okay. Why is it at 12 p.m.?
That's the only time that they have available, Judge.
Okay. All right, is there anyone whose name wasn't called? Or you came in late? Attorneys, these are the rules. You're not ready to approach the court if you have not conferred with your client and conferred with the state. If your client is in custody, yes, they need to be brought out. If your client wishes to speak to the court in a language other than English, we'll need an interpreter here, whether you speak the language or not. To the people in the audience, inmates are going to be brought out. When they're brought out, if you are here and one of your relatives is an inmate or a loved one, you're not allowed to talk to them. You're not allowed to signal to them. If you do any of that, the deputy is going to tap you on the shoulder. No explanations needed. You're going to be asked to leave the courtroom. And you will only be back in this courtroom if somebody wants you as a witness. All right, it's Friday Eve. Everybody please confer. You know, maybe it needs to rain more. People are on time when it rains.
Oh, good morning.
Hi, how's it going?
It's Friday Eve.
It's Friday Eve. We're gonna make it happen.
It's gonna happen.
And
Judge.
then isn't it Good Friday coming up on us?
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes, so.
You know, my mom was asking me yesterday, are you gonna go see the you know, outside San Fernando? And I said, I'm gonna attempt it because I've seen it twice and it is so emotional.
Oh, yeah.
It gets very emotional. I mean, even the first time I saw, I was taken aback by it. And then when I saw it the second time, same thing is like, it doesn't change, but the feelings come back like
Mhm.
everything. But so my mom's like, if you're gonna go pick me up, but she says, give me a 2-hour heads up to get ready.
Yeah. All right.
Mom, she's gonna
Yeah.
be 76, bless her heart. So
Yes, ma'am.
just walks a little slower, but looking forward to the 3-day weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Fortunate
you know,
that-
usually we end up watching Ten Commandments. That was something we would watch every year. Yeah.
Yes. So you know what, Judge? I always watch it. It was on Sunday. And
Mhm.
I had missed like the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was telling my husband, I said, I always miss it. So I recorded it. So it's supposed to play again tomorrow from, I think from 10 PM to like 1 or 2 AM. Cause it's like 4 hours of commercial.
Oh, yeah, and that movie still holds
But
up.
it's this is the one with, the original, Charlton Heston or something?
Yes, and Yul Brenner.
Yes. Okay, so that's the one I want to see. I didn't know they made a remake in 2006.
Oh, they did. I didn't see that. I missed that one.
Yes, so that's the one that they showed.
To me,
So-
some things you should not do a remake
Yeah.
on unless you're gonna do it better. And
Exactly.
you know, period pieces, you've got to choose the right actor and they have to have the right costumes because it can go south pretty fast.
Definitely. So the one that they're showing is I believe it's the original on Charlton
Mhm.
Heston. But I don't recall that other name you just mentioned, Judge, but I want to see the original. I think it was 1957
Yeah.
or something.
No, it's very good.
That's what I
Yeah.
want to see, yes, Judge.
Hello, you ready?
Yes, ma'am. I have Christopher Gonzalez, page 3 at the very bottom.
Okay.
Here, that's what I'm trying to figure. I know. There's two different cities.
All right, Christopher Gonzalez. Good morning. So today is disposition.
Well, yes and no. He has a misdemeanor charge that emanates from the same criminal episode set on the 9th. This case will be disposed of upon entry of a plea into that.
Mhm.
I'm asking the court to give us a new setting date of perhaps April the 10th or 11th. Or the 15th, whichever, that way we can dispose of it, and that will dispose of your case as well.
All right, Norma.
Yes, ma'am.
Christopher Gonzalez is set for jury trial on April 14th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Basically clear. Yes, yes.
All right, anyone else ready?
Yes, ma'am. I have on page two down, Raphael Rodriguez. I have a motion. Raphael Rodriguez.
Yes.
Here's the motion.
I know.
Oh.
All right, your attorney said you haven't paid him.
I need, yeah, maybe week to week right now, I just started a new job maybe about 3 weeks ago.
Well, here's the thing.
But we do the best I can to get this,
One whisper.
get this case, I need to fight this because it's not the way it's been.
Well, no, this is what I'm telling you.
It's not-
I know that sometimes people view attorneys differently. But if you were to work for an employer, and let's say you're working and you're mowing lawns or you're working as a cashier, and you're supposed to get paid on Friday. And they tell you, look, I'm living from paycheck to paycheck and I can't pay you on Friday. So your attorney wants to withdraw because he's stating that you're not fulfilling your contractual obligations. And your conversation with me tells me that you're not fulfilling your contractual obligations.
Hard times, I'm sorry, I wish I could right now, it's just.
No,
hard
but what I'm
times.
telling you is
I understand.
he's not working for free.
I know that, and
All right.
I'm expecting him either to,
So
I'm trying to get it done, I really am, I just needed more time, that's all I needed, more time.
he doesn't want to give you more
I
time.
understand,
All right, so he's withdrawing. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 009319 State versus Raphael Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
And agree with the state.
Arnulfo Ortiz, still for Mr. Rodriguez.
All right, defense has filed a motion to withdraw. Any objection, state? Any objections to the motion to withdraw?
No, Judge.
All right. Defense, and you're requesting to withdraw?
I am, Your Honor. I don't believe, I've lost confidence in my client's ability to fulfill the obligation.
All right, the motion to withdraw will be granted. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Rodriguez, are you going to be able to hire an attorney or do you need one appointed?
No, ma'am, I need time to hire an attorney, please. I can do it, I just started this new job, it's been week to week, and I got my rent paid to pay tomorrow. And things happen, and but the way this case is, it's not the way it's said, and the guy.
Here's the thing, I don't want to get into the facts of your case. That's not my job, okay? Unless somebody makes it my job through a bench trial or something else.
Right.
Ms. Ferguson, recall this for April 27th. You'll need to come in with an attorney at that time. Your case has been pending since September.
Yeah, my first attorney had a stroke, so that's where everything changed on me.
I'm just telling you, your case has been pending since September.
Yes, ma'am.
So. Norma, give him a reset. Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
Who's next?
Yes, ma'am, I have one Alanise on page 4, beginning at the bottom.
Lauren Alanise. Hello, good morning. All right, where are we on discovery?
Judge, I believe discovery is complete, however, we need additional time to reach out to the counsel and great. I believe he's gonna provide us, I consider whether.
I need a 30-day reset. All right, put it on May, when?
May 4th.
All right, we're coming back on May 4th. All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Counsel, is your client employed?
Ms. Alanise?
Yes.
Yes. I believe she is, yes.
Are you, and can you come forward? Are you employed? All right, what's your work schedule? I mean, what's your student schedule?
It's all online.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, because otherwise I would let you appear by Zoom.
Oh,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Who's next?
No, it's that.
I don't have anybody else on Judge.
Yes.
It's 17 right here.
But she was arrested on it. I can't really figure
So-
out.
She's in custody. Can you just bring her out? And then we'll see where we are.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
But I don't, and just to clarify, I do not represent the one in custody.
Okay,
Okay, I don't know who her attorney is.
all righty.
Yes.
Brett, where the mic is at?
Hello. Hi, so do you have an attorney? All right, so has she had an attorney appointed to her or no?
We thought it was
Norma?
her. No, because I
have no idea.
I'm sorry, I used a different identification.
All right, no problem. All right,
My name's Jade.
Jade,
Yes, ma'am.
all right. And I'm sorry, Jade, what?
Guthiel. Guch.
Wait just 1 second. Guth
I.
IEL? And is Jade JADE? All right, so are you charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. All right, just have a seat in the box for a second for us, okay? All right. So could I see the prosecutors for criminal trial division? Motion where someone's identity has been falsely used. I done it before as a defense attorney, but of course I can't do it now to help somebody out because I'm a judge. Anyone here who's done that? Yes. Has anyone ever done that before?
They have her as Jay.
Uh, yeah, it's a never ending story. Oh. Oh, you may want to ask Eric DeWalt. Maybe he's done it before. Not a crime. And counsel, if nobody has the motion, I will do it, but I will tell you what you're gonna need is need a valid license from her identification card, address, name, date of birth, all of that. And what I'll do is I'll print out a document for you. And so these are all the things that you're gonna need to get from her, and you need to file the motion.
To redo fingerprint, she'll do that.
Sometimes the FBI will do the fingerprints. Sometimes you can get the fingerprints at the police station. Excuse me, can I have that printout? Just 1 second.
I had one of these with the, like, where you with the same last name, the same date of birth, same person. $100,000 bond, that bonded amount. And this is out of Dallas, and this was actually been talking to them about it. So it's ready for trial. I said, sort of. What do you mean? I said, well, my guy's here, and my guy's not the gun. Some guy's out on bond, and we don't get on the thing for next for.
And could I have that printout, please, too? Oh, it still is more coming. Thing. Now, oh, State, could I see you all again? All right, so I have a motion at my home on this, right? From my older cases, but you could probably combine these two motions to make one. But what you want to do is you want the court, you want to have a hearing, and it's called a true identity motion. And you want to bring all the documentation that she is who she says she is. And usually they will do fingerprints. The state may want fingerprints. And then they can compare whatever fingerprints she has on file. And then they'll need to correct the SID numbers at the Bexar County Jail. And she would have to have her name corrected. So she's going to have to do some kind of birth certificate or something. And if she doesn't have a birth certificate at home, she can go online. I think it may have gone up, but getting a birth certificate is like $32 or something.
Final statistics.
Yeah. So she'll need to have all of that. And then, but that needs to be done as quickly as possible, because otherwise it's going to show up that she has a warrant.
So I think they have 2 separate prosecutions. She has that sent to her jail.
So can you?
And then who is this okay, then she needs an attorney. Tell him he needs to be here now. And everyone, just give me 2 minutes.
First,
One way create that.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
1132015.
Yeah, she's the one that's on the.
Oh.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, the shot. Rocket. E. Next one is that. It's adopted just to get it on a date. We have a mutation with veterans.
Yes. And that's, I'm sorry, what's his name? Oh, sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I also have one ready whenever you are done.
Yes, I'm ready.
I have a Pearson on page 2, one down.
Pearson. Hi, so what's our updates?
The update is disappointing. He has not been accepted to felony mental health court. I got that news a couple of days ago. I wasn't given a reason as to exactly why, but that was after staffing with the chief, that was the result that I was told. I agree with the frustration in trying to seek help for my client in the best possible way for the mental health issues. But at this point, I don't know if we've exhausted options or what
Well, I don't know. This is supposed to be Military City, USA, is it not? And this is how they treat people in the military. I don't understand why he wasn't accepted in Veterans Treatment Court when people were saying he was a good candidate for Veterans Treatment Court. And if we are going to move where the complainants are in charge of whether somebody gets into a program, then you should be putting complainants on the jury panel. I mean, there's a reason why complainants are not allowed to decide how cases are resolved, because they will be deemed biased. And Lauren, I know you were not a part of this. It's some other higher powers.
I don't know the reasons either. But my client is, the facts are, they're facts and they're allegations at this point. And I think that, I don't know that those allegations are all taken as completely true against my client, which I don't believe is fair. And I don't know if that's what the mental health, if that's what their basis is on. I believe they're judging the nature of the crime and just assuming everything is true, and there is a lot more beyond the surface.
All right, well, part of my understanding with, it appears to be, with treatment courts, at least some treatment courts, that if a complainant says they don't want them in a treatment court, they don't get to be in a treatment court.
Got it.
That's the way
More simple.
people are moving.
Mhm.
So what's gonna happen with this case?
So we are not, if we've exhausted all of the options for treatment courts for my client, we are prepared to file a motion to quash the indictment and set a hearing on that. The indictment does track the language of the statute. However, it does fail to state any sufficient facts or anything regarding the culpable mental state of knowingly in the case. And we'd like to file a motion to quash on that basis and set for hearing.
All right, so when, when will y'all be ready for a hearing on the motion to quash? Okay, so when are you going to,
I plan to file it today, and I mean, we could argue, next week is fine with me. How about the 9th?
state, would you be prepared, if they file the motion today, would you waive notice and be prepared on the 9th, or do you need more time? Okay, so what we'll do then is, Norma? Then that will be the end of April.
Okay.
Can you put it for the end of April? All right, so we'll hear it on April 30th.
Just a question, does my client need to be here for the legal arguments or?
If there's no objection from the state, he can appear by Zoom.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you at the end of April.
Sure, thank
Thanks.
you.
Give it a kiss out if you want. 2026, CR. 1050. Tetuan. Bird, PYRD.
Hey, Herman. Morning. Who's next?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want me to finish this?
The next one I have is Nicholas May, page 6, 3 down. Morris, Nicholas Morris, page 6, 3 down.
Nicholas Morris? Yes. All right, where are we on discovery?
Judge, we are still missing some videos and there's a 911 call and then the litigation packet for the testing of the drugs. We're in communication with the state. The videos in this case were too large, so we've turned over too large in the sense to move up to discovery and download. So we've turned over a drive and we're waiting for that. We also have a motion for discovery and inspection that the state's in agreement with that I wanted to present to you. The order's in the back if you'd like. These are things that we just think under 3914 we need in order to enforce.
All right, who's the prosecutor?
I talked to Brandon.
All right, so are you all agreement on all of these?
Yes.
Okay. All right,
And we're asking for a reset today.
okay. Oh, thank you. You may be excused. All right, Norma, I need a 60-day reset for discovery. All right, June 1st. See you then.
Thank you, Judge. Once we have that signed, may Mr.
Yes.
Morris be excused? Thank you.
All right, who's next?
Judge, may we approach real quick before?
Yes.
Because, Mr. Herman has to go to that orientation.
Oh, yes. All right, who's next?
Yes, Michael Hill, page 6-4 down.
Michael Hill?
Can we approach, Judge?
Yes. All right, where are we on discovery?
Judge, in this case, we are missing the litigation packet on the drug test. That's it. And then I have that same motion, the same circumstances as the prior case with
All right,
Mr.
and is
Prater.
the state in agreement?
They are, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
All right, we'll bring it back on June 1st as well.
That's perfect, Judge. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
All right. Would like a copy. Would you like to go to her? Oh, she just said bring it back. I think we do have a discovery issue, but I would like a copy. I don't mind going to do it if you let me. June 1st. I think you're the.
All right, who's next?
Yes, ma'am, I have Mr. Bird, page 5-2 down.
Touch one bird.
Good morning.
Good morning. See, you come here, you didn't know you were going to be called for other things. I was trying to.
Put on the
find-
spot when you said Eric's probably done it before. I go, all right, I've done a lot of stuff. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to find an attorney who had done it before, and I have motions on it, but not here. All right. On this case, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, I believe I've received the discovery. There are quite a few videos that I'd like to review also with my client. This is our first setting. I have correct phone numbers, everything. He showed up to court, of course, but I would like to review the discovery before I approach the prosecutor about what he would like or what I would like.
Ms. Ferguson, I need a reset for 45 days. At that time, an acknowledgement of discovery needs to be signed and states you need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Thank you
May
very much,
18th.
Your Honor.
You're welcome. Once you sign the reset form, your excuse.
Yes,
Thank
Mayor,
you.
please, thank you. Yeah.
Who's next?
I have a Rudy Fernandez on page 5, 4 down.
Rudy Fernandez. All right, where are we on discovery?
Judge, this case started out misdemeanor and then evolved into a felony, apparently. I have zero evidence, so I've given prosecution a thumb drive, and I don't know if it's an Axon issue, a JN issue, or a e-discovery issue, but.
All right,
hopefully-
Norma, call this back on May 18th for discovery.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Sir, are you employed?
Yes,
What's your work schedule?
I work Monday through Fridays and also Saturdays.
All right, if he wants to appear by Zoom, he can appear by Zoom.
Okay, great, Judge.
Thank you. All right, who's next?
I have Monica Brown, Ariana, I'll look for the break. They just wrote it. Page 5 at the bottom, Judge.
Oh, you said her name was Brown. It's Bravo?
I think so. Which one was it? This one? Yeah, that one's this, just Brown.
No, there's no Brown on the docket. All right, Maria Bravo.
Right down.
Hello. All right, where are we on discovery?
We should have all of the discovery in the case, Your Honor. We also have an offer of pretrial diversion, so I'm gonna have the client fill out the application today and submit it today.
Okay, I need a PTD date.
Yes, ma'am. I can do, May the 4th.
All right, May
Yes,
4th.
Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you employed?
Oh.
Are you employed? What is your work schedule?
9:30 to 6:30, Fridays, so,
Fridays and when?
and Saturdays off.
Ah, Fridays and Saturdays off. All right, she can appear by Zoom.
Yes, Judge, thank you.
You're welcome. Who's the next person?
That's that Jamie, that's all page 6, 5 down.
Hi.
Hello. So I just wanted to give you an update. There are 2 separate SID numbers, Judge.
Okay.
So there is one that's a 131 and 120. So I'm gonna file the motion today, but I wanted to see if we could just go ahead and get it set for that, for the hearing on the motion in a week or two, just to give the state enough time, but they were able to, as 2 separate booking numbers as well, Judge.
So, but here's the question. There's a Jamie Lee State on this one?
Confirm that this modular plan only has booking associated with the modified. I don't know how this could occur.
So is she the person who's on bond in the courtroom?
The only case that she has is the clause number and which is 3809.
Okay.
26 CR 002309. And that date of arrest is July 10th.
All right, everyone, please whisper. Okay, yes.
And then that her arrest date was July 10th of 2025, and that's the only booking. So I've confirmed that she's only been booked one time for this unauthorized use that belongs to her. And then all of the other bookings belong to the inmate office.
Okay,
And I confirmed what their month on.
so does she have a bondsman or is she on a PR bond?
I'm not sure. Judge.
Deputy Laura.
Yes, Judge?
So both parties are telling me Vestal, who's in the audience, doesn't have a warrant for her arrest.
No, she doesn't.
All right, so that's been cleared through the system?
That's why that was my concern, because they
Yes.
do have different SID numbers, so she is cleared, not her.
Okay, all right.
That's why I was confused, because when you said that she was out.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then what we'll do is you'll need to file
Yeah.
your motion for identification.
Yes, Judge.
How much time are you asking for?
Oh.
Ms. Vestal, if you'll come forward, please.
I should be able to get that filed today. I don't know. I know the state probably needs 3 days, I think is standard for them, so I don't
I'm
know.
not gonna close that. I don't have any reason to believe that they're.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put it on the docket, but if you want to come in sooner,
Yes, sir.
just let us know. And so I'll put it at the end of April, but if you have it ready before then,
I can approve.
but not the week of the 20th.
Yes, Judge. Yes.
All right, Norma, can you recall this for April 30th?
I guess I would just say, I mean, I'm for 30, hard, but if you run both SIDs in the system, they pop up conjoined as like an AKA. Is that how you see it, Judge?
No, I was making the assumption that she's probably using this as an AKA based upon what she has told me. So, yeah, I'm sorry. We're gonna see what we can do to get this issue solved. But yes, you need to make sure you carry your identification around because on here, it shows that you have a warrant. But we've checked, you don't have a warrant. So you need to make sure you have your identification and everything. And once your attorney files the motion for proper identification, then if everybody's in agreement with it, we can sign off on it. And that'll be something that you'll need to carry with you until this is all resolved and it's removed. And usually counsel, what ends up happening after it's determined that it's not her, then anything else that she has listed that's attributed to her, that is not her, you'll need to file an expunction and have it removed from her.
So I don't think I think it's just a jail problem because when I look at when I do run NCIC, TCIC on this defendant, only the one case associated to her pops up. So it's just in our system that it's.
Okay.
Link.
All right, and you may want to contact, you know what? Just 1 second.
Not in the first two rows, have a.
Maybe we can Who's next?
Yes, Daryl Payne, but I don't see him out here.
Christine.
Page 8 at the bottom.
All right, what's happening with Mr. Payne?
Sorry, I signed in, Judge, but I'm still waiting for the report from probation.
Okay,
So.
all right, okay, no problem. Who else is ready?
No one else did. Judge,
Yes,
does Judge Halsted have his own reporters?
I'm sorry, who?
Woodrow Halsted?
I'm unsure.
Because Megan and Melissa did that voir dire on Prado
Mhm.
with Judge Halsted.
Oh, sure, I'm sure they had somebody fill it in.
Is it showing me that took that day and I can't figure out who the reporter was? Thought I knew.
Hmm. Maria would probably know.
Six.
So unfortunately, the judge signed the misdemeanor case and not the felony, so I just gotta ask her what she wants me to do. I did, and she said it's on the misdemeanor, not the felony. No, I have it still. So I just wanna let the judge know and ask her what I need, if she, what she wants me to do. Okay. Okay.
I would like to, I don't have anybody else that has been.
All right, yes.
Judge, I made a mistake.
Mhm.
On Mr. Mades, he has a misdemeanor and a felony. And the one I gave you, I thought was the felony, but it's the misdemeanor one. I don't have the felony one with me.
Okay.
I know I gotta come back.
Okay.
But I have your signed order
Okay.
and I did not wanna,
Oh, no, I appreciate that. Do you want to change the number at
if
the
you,
top?
you're comfortable with that, that I think is the easiest. Would you like me to just do that and bring it back to show you, Judge, rather than have you edit my work?
Oh, hey, I appreciate that. And so you'll make sure you do it on that page as well.
And I'm sorry I was slowed off.
Oh, no
I'll be
problem.
right back.
Do you need the whiteout?
I'll just go in the back with them and do it.
Okay,
Do
sure.
you want me to show it to you or just?
No, just do it and then they'll need to file stamp it.
Perfect.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. Christine, are you available for an appointment?
Uh,
All right, anyone else ready?
No, ma'am, we're waiting for the same Miss Christine McDonald or Daryl Payne, doesn't know when to find it not.
All right, Cherry McKinley. Robert Winters.
He just showed up, Judge.
Who's you, Robert Winters? All right, just have a seat.
Second row. Seat.
Kamar Simpson. Mario Garcia. Oh, this, oh, yeah. Trying to still figure out who killed somebody. Yeah, sure. All right, everyone, I will be back. It's, do you come bearing things?
This is from the snips in
Oh, thank you. Okay, and one of these looked like,
Already been through 50.
Bashan, one of these dogs look like yours. It's the snips of metal. They're cute.
Just asking for one reset on Irving.
All right, who's ready?
We have someone signing in right now, Judge. What's the name?
Antone Irving.
Anton Irving, Judge? I'll look right now.
I have them come forward.
You want Mr. Irving forward?
Page 5.
Yes,
Mr. Irving?
and then I'll go in the back.
Okay. We'll have a plea in a minute, Judge. I just got some paperwork, so.
Oh, you're doing the plea?
No, this Mr. Irving wants one reset. I just got appointed to the case.
Oh, Mr. Irving, come forward.
Then I'll get the police paperwork in and we'll do it when you come back,
Okay,
if that's okay.
yes. All right, and is that for him or somebody else?
This is from Mr. Irving. He just wants a reset. I just got appointed to the case.
Okay,
I have not reviewed the videos yet.
all right.
And we did get an offer from the state. And I'd like to review the video to make sure that it's what the officers are saying is.
All right, Norma, if I could have a 30-day reset, please, for a plea deadline date.
Me too. All
right. We'll come back on May 5th. At that time, you'll need to let the court know if you've reached an agreement. All right, thank you.
Does he need a,
Once he signs the reset form, he's excused.
good, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, just have a seat and your attorney will bring it to you. All right, Ms. Abrams.
Thank you. Oh, boy.
All right. Hi, how are you doing today? Do you want the probation data sheet or just give it to probation? I'll take this. Alright. Thank you. I think we got all the signatures. All right, if not, no. Check you.
Get the other one here.
Ready on my deputy guy. Oh my God, I did miss one, no matter how hard I try, I always seem to miss one.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna walk away from these one, I'll put it off, I'll be right back. Yes.
Ma'am. Even if they don't see it, it's fine. but- Okay, I don't know.
Whoever, someone we want to figure.
Orosco?
It's a huge answer. We got this.
Yeah.
Make sure we request the interpreters and same interpreters if possible. Okay. Like a week right now, maybe.
All right.
All right, everyone, please be seated. Rick, welcome back.
Hey, Judge.
We missed you.
Missed you.
All right, who's next?
Yes, and I have Jose Nino, please stick at the bottom. Absolutely. There were two of us here today.
Jose Nino.
He's
In the box.
Oh, come down. All right, what's happening with this case?
Judge, he was indicted on March 23rd.
Mhm.
In speaking with Mr. Nino, he needs to have an evaluation, so I need to file a motion.
All right. Norma, I need this reset for 60 days. And counsel, you need to file a
Yes.
evaluation before then.
I will. Thank you,
Oh.
Judge.
All right, we'll see you back on June 1st. You're welcome. You too. Oh, God bless you too.
Have a seat, sir.
Judge, I would spoke to Mr. Payne, can we send him back?
Yes, we can send him back and what I'll do, so we won't lose him on the docket. I'm just gonna set this in 3 weeks. And if they give us a date, if you'll stay in contact with them to make sure they give us a date.
Yes, and I'm going to also have Marisol, my social worker, meet with him as well. We can get a little bit more background to that.
Okay, all right, thank you. Norma, on Payne, I need a 3-week reset, and Deputy Laura, you can send him back.
I can do.
All right, so we'll put him on April 28th. Yes.
No, I know. I was gonna reach back up. Okay, thank you.
All right, who's next?
Daryl Gonzalez Road, page 10, the first one.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
My client is deaf, Judge. We have the ASL interpreters here with us. If you want them, all come up together. It can be a reset.
All right. Could I see the parties on Daryl Fauntleroy?
And I did also have this motion for investigator. Thank you, Judge.
Hello. Hello. See, I try to learn some.
Your honor.
Thank you. All right. So my understanding is that you all are requesting a reset. And Mr. Fauntleroy, it will be for your attorney to obtain all discovery.
Yes.
So where are we on discovery?
So Judge, I believe I have received all discovery in this matter. So I'm not requesting any additional discovery at this point. I did have the motion I gave the judge a second ago. But at this point, they were just getting a reset for plea deadline. if That's okay.
All right, so has an offer been tendered?
Yes, your offer has been tendered and it will be open until the next sentence of defense in discussing this.
All right, as far as plea deadline dates go, for your client, how old is he?
I'm 52.
52. All right, I can recall this in 3 weeks. Will the interpreter be available in 3 weeks?
Who can make themselves available?
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 3-week reset for a plea deadline date. All right, April 30th.
That works, Judge.
All right, thank you. Is there anything for the interpreter? Is there anything you need from us?
No, when I come back, I will ask you to swear me in next time.
Yes, yes, because we're not on the record.
Right, we're not doing
Okay.
anything on the record.
All
so,
right,
yeah.
thank you. So it's not going to be one of those things where it turns out you're not interpreting appropriately, is it? You know, you see all those things where somebody's doing this and it turns out it's not, they're not interpreting appropriately.
Like concerts and stuff.
Yes, and you're just like, what?
No, you're right. I have certification I can provide the court.
Oh, no, awesome, awesome. I remember I had a case where there was an interpreter, plus there was an advocate as well. Right, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Yes.
Good morning, Judge. My name is Sinu Waldmariam. I'm an attorney with the MAC office.
Yes.
My manager Haley Keys informed me
Hi, welcome. Devon Orosco,
Page 8.
Morning, Judge.
good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And is this an application?
Yes, Judge.
And it's an application for deferred or regular?
Deferred, Your Honor.
Probation, this is an application for deferred. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 015508 State versus Devon Orosco. Can I have parties announced?
Linda Corley for Mr. Orosco.
And are you Mr. Orosco?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Judge, I have signed the discovery acknowledgement and I've received everything on the attached index. I'm not aware of any missing discovery and I have gone over all of it with my client.
All right. Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Orosco, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, state moves to waive count 1 and proceed solely on count 2 of the indictment.
No objections.
All right, Mr. Orosco, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it, sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the state is proceeding on count 2, where your charge is possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, 1 to 4 grams. Any objection to the court removing the manufacturing and delivery from the admonishments?
No objections from defense.
Because otherwise it would be confusing, probably on the judgment. All right, the range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so, yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Orosco, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. Punishment is to be assessed at a $1,200 fine. This will run concurrent with 2026 CC 00045. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's a $1,200 fine. There's to be restitution of $260 to the Bexar County Crime Lab. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours community service restitution,
Yes.
the DOEP course, life skill course, MRT, and regular random UAs. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
To count two, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence?
No objections, Your Honor.
State you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have
I
a right to
apologize,
jury
Judge.
trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing the same, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I would just request that you follow the plea agreement. He is working. Has been doing very well. He doesn't make a lot of money, Judge, so if you would consider probating any of his fine and giving him lesser probation fees, that would be helpful. He does have to pay for all the classes, and he does have quite a few classes that they have requested that he take.
All right, what do you do for a living?
I currently just graduated barber school, Your Honor. So my dad owns a barber business, and just graduated, and I'm going into the business for my father.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No, no.
That's a good thing. You're not ready yet. And if you're drug tested today, what will the results be?
Negative, no.
All right, when's the last time you used?
I used to be a user, but it's been about 3 months since I've been sober.
All right, and how are you maintaining your sobriety?
I'm just really having a connection. I just found Jesus Christ and making sure that I stay level-headed and just on the straight edge.
And who do you live with?
I live with my dad and my mother, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court will sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, or you can do the patch. $1,200 fine that will be probated. Proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. $260 restitution to the Bexar County Crime Lab. This will run concurrent with 2026 CC 0000045. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. For every sober support meeting completed, an hour will be deducted. There's to be the DOEP course, 50 hours will be deducted for completing that. There is to be the MRT course. 50 hours will be deducted for completing of the MRT course. And the court is going to order the life skills course, and 50 hours will be deducted for that. And there's to be field visits 1 time per month for 4 months. Probation, is there anything else? And there's to be no possession of firearms. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. Stay in contact with probation, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am. Dominic Smith, page 8.
Dominic Smith.
Mr. Pettis is Roger.
All right, Dominic Smith, thank you.
I need to sign in for Silvis.
I'm sorry.
Do the paperwork I sent you on Silvis, do I need to sign?
All right, what is going on here?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a dog.
No.
And that's Mrs. Victim, touch your restitution around $1,000.
$712.45, and I believe that if they have no objections, to announce it.
It's just some damage to a car and we're in agreement.
All right, and who does that restitution go to? All right, and there are no other restitution? All right, is it Brittany, BRID anyway? All right, probation?
Yes, Judge.
And 2000, we're gonna go to the record, 2025 CR 014136, State versus Dominic Smith. Could I have parties announce?
Opinion for the state of Texas?
Roger Bettis for Mr. Smith, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Smith? It's my understanding that you all have reached an agreement on the restitution. So the restitution amount will be $1,712.25 to Brittany, BRIDNEY, Fierro, FIERRO. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, probation?
Can you verify the call number, Judge?
It is 2025 CR 014136. I'm sorry, 165.
Thank you, Judge. I'll get the spelling of the name from.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. May we excuse, Your Honor?
Yes. No. I'm sorry, probation. It is 2025 CR 014136. State, that's correct. Is that where the restitution goes under that cause number?
Let me double check.
Because there are two cause numbers.
Yes.
Oh, which one is it?
2025 CR 014136.
All right, thank you. All right, anyone else?
Yes, ma'am. I have for Joshua Silvis on page 4, 1 and 2.
All right, Joshua Silva. Thank you. And is there an application? All right, just give us a moment. Anyone else ready?
Yes, ma'am. I have a Joseph Boz, page 1 on the second.
Sheriff, that's my case. So strangely enough, Megan was looking at it. There was an entire other case out of the same incident. It's still in intake.
Okay.
So she needs to try to track it down. It's kind of weird because we couldn't figure out, one should be 701, one CTD. I think Megan has the.
violence, the white, right? So I need to.
Okay.
And then also, I.
All right. So do you have any objections to a 45-day reset?
No.
All right, Norm, I need a 45-day reset.
I can do, May 18th.
Please don't do that day because I'm leaving.
Yeah.
If I can do, I can do the 16th. What? Uh. Maybe the 15th. That works. I'll take that.
All right, we'll see you on the 14th, as
Thank
long
you,
as you're not leaving on the midnight train to Georgia.
Rachel did like a hit and run at my house. I literally picked her up at the airport. She came in, got her bag, got money in.
Hey, I will represent her. I don't believe that's true.
I know she'll take, you'll have her. Okay.
Right, at the commencement. Yes, sir.
All right, who's next?
I only have that one probation plea judge ready, for which we're waiting for Mr. Sean. No. Mallard.
Well, hopefully he's making me some money. He's coming over to my house on Easter.
Is he really?
Yeah, my wife puts him, my wife puts him to work. He brings his own knife and he helps my wife cut vegetables. He sits there and drinks wine.
You get a picture.
I will, I'll take one, I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
Can I get on the list?
Of course.
All right, just give us a moment,
No, no,
Jade.
Oh,
Good though?
yeah,
Yes.
Jade or.
Come on up.
Do you want her? I haven't spoken to her yet, but
All right. So she's not the one with an unauthorized use of a vehicle.
well, that's where it's confusing. She is.
Oh,
This defendant, both, she has two and they're both indicted right now. So I checked about the attempt to confer, but because they just deferred the evidence, that's not this, like, in the office. So I can't do.
And I was just appointed to this individual, but under a different name on Monday. So I actually had a visit scheduled with her this afternoon.
okay.
So that's, and
Yeah.
he's on the misdemeanor.
I was telling I haven't been paid enough for what has been happening in court today. It's been a strange day.
It's called a pink full moon once.
Yes. All right, so here's my question. Do y'all want me to schedule to have her brought back? What I can tell you, the other attorney is filing a motion to have her client properly identified. I'm being told that this person has 3 SID numbers that have been merged.
Yeah, I mean, I can file a motion also today to do a proper identification, just to clarify.
We could, but I guess it's more for other defendants.
Yes.
We don't want her.
Well, the AKA is listed on this defendant, but the other defendant's charges are not on this defendant's record, so.
Yeah.
I guess it would encourage you
Just to clarify.
So what I can tell you on, let me see, what date are we bringing the other person back?
Well, and I guess my question would be, I mean, we can bring her back on the same day, but technically this needs to be in pre-indictment court. Because she doesn't have any indicted felon.
Yeah.
I mean, it would actually be in her interest to be here. I think her case would move faster if we could stay in here
Yeah.
due to the confusion.
Well,
but-
what I can tell you is the other person is coming back on April 30th. That's just for them to file their motion for us to hear their motion. But I don't know if y'all want me to put a court date for her so that she doesn't get lost in the system, or
I
if
think
you.
that's smart.
Okay.
I think, I mean, let's do it on April 30th, the same day, and maybe
Okay,
if there's,
all right, Norma. The person who's in the box, Jade Gunthel. Guthiel. She needs to be brought back on the 30th.
And then, but in the interim, can I file that motion and just appoint you to rule on it? And maybe that can happen.
Yes.
He's done before then.
All right, and do you have that motion? The other attorney, I gave them a,
I do not, I was gonna,
okay. I
dictate
have
it.
You know what, I will tell you, I have one at home because this has happened to me before.
Okay,
But what I will do is, I'll print this out for you.
thank you. And yeah, we'll file it right away. And then. we will-
Yeah. Here's my.
Yeah.
I said, I would worry, but that kind of feels sleeping.
Put your number in.
Oh,
We'll figure it out.
Yes, and there should be two coming.
Thank you, Judge.
So if you all can combine these motions, because of course I don't have mine here.
No, that's really helpful. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll get it filed. Never a dull moment.
No, it's not. That's what makes criminal law so interesting.
Exactly.
You can always learn something. There should be, you see.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I checked your misdemeanors and she said.
Oh, sorry.
I said, well, you're not the one on the sound. So I said, okay, so I took off. I was going.
Okay.
Garage.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, this is just one, but if you probably combine it.
Okay.
Okay, let's.
And they say she has 3 SID numbers, so I don't know who you would check for with that.
I've been working with the jail and another client that has some confusing SID issues, so
Okay.
I'll reach out to them.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Joshua Silvis. Court is calling 2026 CR 0000478 State versus Joshua Silvis. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Jay Moritz, Your Honor, for Mr. Silvis.
And are you Mr. Silvis?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Silvis, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
No.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Silvis, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 less than 1 gram within 1,000 feet of a school property. That makes it a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, he does, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's go off the record for a moment. All right, who else is ready?
I don't have anybody else ready now.
Okay.
I just have one case of setting a trial and another case is pre-trial. Oh, I see. I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Remember? There's,
Fixed it. Sorry about that.
All right. All right. Back. Record in 20. All right. State request the probate. They're taking 20 or 017. Stand that to be the plea. Defense is
Just should be.
any. Okay. Nine. All right, did everyone plea? Defense? All right.
Yes, sir.
Both places. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. He recognized he had an issue then. He had a tough time in his life. As you can see, he's cleaned up. He's got a job hopefully lined up as soon as he gets through with this here. He has a job. And he wants to do what he can to get this probation done and deferred as quickly as possible. He's done all of his, he's doing AA and all of that stuff, Judge, as you can see, and completed it.
So are you still with Stone River Recovery?
Actually, I was an inpatient there.
Mhm.
I completed the program that was my certificate. I also went to a sober living for 31 days, 2 times a week EUAs. I had the letter from the director right there. I am a fellow member of the community. I get AA every day and got well over 120 hours due service already accumulated through them. I am employed. I also got a job at VIA. I was supposed to start the figures and I was supposed to start January 28th, but they said I can't have any open cases right now, so they're going to fill that and they'll reopen my file as soon as I'm done with this. I was gonna be a bus operator.
Okay, that's awesome. That's a good program. I've learned a lot about that program. So the person who was with you, Crystal, what's your relationship with that person?
That's my fiance.
So is she in recovery?
She's same as me, done everything. We're both members of the AA community. She's working, employed. She actually chairs some of the AAs.
All right. Do you have any children?
She has 3 and I have 1.
All right. And are the children living with you all?
Not at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Not at the moment. They'll be with us in a few months shortly.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Not at the moment. They will be with us in a few months shortly. My child's mother, when I was in rehab, actually had a testing report and working at the rehab. And she right now got the custody. We go to see him twice a week, and it's not move on forward with that. Her kids are like her grandmother right now, because we're in order to have them with us right now, picking up house.
All right. Is there child protective services involved at all? All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs or the patch, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Take in consideration 2026 CR 00479. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, 20 hours of community service will be deemed satisfied. The remaining community service hours, I'll deduct 1 hour per sober support meeting completed. And there's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow TAP recommendations. And if TAP asks for inpatient treatment, start with supportive outpatient treatment. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Sure.
Right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. I'm proud that you're doing everything, that you're supposed to be doing, okay? All right, keep up the good work. Oh, you too. Anyone else ready?
Robert Ventures, page 4 down.
Robert Winters.
It's Brent Hardy.
I'm here for him.
All right, you need to come up.
Judge, state granted pre-trial diversion.
All right, your client needs to come up.
Yeah.
All right, I need a PTD date.
Yes. The 4th, May 4th.
All right, you're gonna be back on May 4th and you need to be on time. Do you understand? This is 9 o'clock. All right, and counsel, you need to have the contract in before you come back.
I understand.
All right,
Judge.
thank you.
Oh.
You're on the list again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Augustine Lopez. Hello. All right, counsel. Are you on all his cases?
I am,
Except one, Elizabeth Russell is on one case.
All right, so what's happening with his cases?
Judge, he's interested in putting it on the trial docket.
Okay. So has an offer been tendered?
Yes.
All right, Norma, set this for a plea deadline date in all his cases in June.
I can do June 1st.
All right, so we'll be back on June 1st. Once you sign the reset form, your excuse. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Sorry, what?
Mr. Hardy, are your chickens okay? Are they all dead?
They're hanging in there. We're behind, production just plummeted, and it's not the normal winter. Because you always get a drop in the winter, they want sunshine, so, and insects. Those things, scorpions disappear when I let them start roaming. It's incredible. They love scorpions.
Wow.
And they are good hunters. They're fast as lightning. When they see a bug.
No idea that chickens like scorpions.
Oh, yeah. Anything that crawls or moves on the ground, grubs are a particular delicacy.
Oh my gosh, and they just look, oh. One of my neighbors has chickens and there's the hawk. I didn't know there were hawks in San Antonio, but there are.
Oh, gosh, they're all over the place. Yeah, and they're opportunists.
Who's next?
The next one is Joe Morales, page 4 down.
Joe Morales? Morning. Where's your client?
He's in custody.
All right, how they brought him out?
They're revealing him.
Okay, then I can't do anything till he's here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next one,
Yes.
Mario Garcia, page 6, 2 down.
Mario Garcia? Hello. Court is at 9.
I apologize. My parties.
All right, do not be late again, okay? All right, where are we on discovery?
Discovery has been satisfied, Judge. It's been completed. We have a PTD agreement worked out. I'm filling out a PTD application to be submitted.
All right, I need a PTD date.
I can do that one on May 5th.
All right, once you sign the reset form, your excuse. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, who's next?
It's Austin Rodriguez, I'm the same judge.
Okay. All right, Austin Rodriguez. Court is calling 2025 CR 012326 State versus Austin Rodriguez. Can I have parties announce? And also 2025 CR 012329. And for the defense?
Good morning, Judge Alfonso Cabañas for the defendant, Austin Rodriguez.
And are you Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so did he enter a plea only on the unlawful possession?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State is opposed to the application, and they will take in consideration 2025 CR 012326. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and TAP evaluation? Any objections?
We have, Your Honor, there's no objections from defense counsel on the PSI or the TAP evaluation.
All right, state you're opposed. Any witnesses?
Yeah.
Defense, any witnesses?
Judge, my client would like something to say to the court, but as far as any additional witnesses, none.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God? All right, you're gonna need to keep your voice up so that the court reporter can hear and I can hear. All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record. All right, defense, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Rodriguez, you know why you're here this morning, correct? We're asking the court to grant your application for probation, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the court knows and you are aware that you previously have been given deferred adjudication, correct?
Yes, sir.
And those two deferreds had been revoked. Please tell the court, Mr. Rodriguez, why this time your application and your desire to be in probation is different.
A long time ago. I didn't understand two things that I do now, and that's that time is short. Two of the most important people in my life passed away. One very recently. The audience right now is my mother and my sister. My mom doesn't depend on me so much, but she really needs my help. I had a lot of momentum going before I came here. I don't want to lose that momentum. I'm willing to take any number of years of probation, keep me out there, on the for so I can keep momentum that I have going. Because I'm 36 years old. I'm not getting any younger. The people that truly care about me are starting to fall off. And I know that I messed up twice some years ago. But it's like every year it's a little faster. And I don't have so much time with them. I'd like to do it out there.
Mr. Rodriguez, in reviewing the PSI, you are aware that should the court grant your application for probation, probation has recommended you do several outpatient treatment programs. Right, and it's my understanding that you've agreed to do those programs?
Absolutely.
Okay. You also asked the court that you'd be open to leaving on probation, a lengthy probation. You are aware that the maximum term that the judge could impose for probation is 10 years. Okay. And finally, also to make you aware that if court were to grant your application, any violation, however slight, would, make you place you under arrest and then bring you here for.
Absolutely.
Okay. You could be sentenced to prison. Okay. Now, as far as helping your mother and your sister who are here, tell the court a little bit more about why they need your help specifically.
So one of the people that passed away recently was my mom's mom. She stayed at home with my sister. She's autistic and epileptic. She has an intelligent maybe a 5-year-old. She's there by herself sometimes. When I was there, it was a lot different. Actually, right before I came here, it was New Year's Eve. Somebody set a firework off in the backyard, off the yard tunnel. And when I went downstairs to get some water, since we're looking out the window and all the smoke, just oblivious to what was really going on, had I not been there, would have been for the fire. Stuff like that scares me every day. There's a lot on my mother. She does a lot. I can't explain. I'm sure last time.
That is your mom's residence where you would reside should the court grant your application?
Probably not, but I will be there frequently to check up on them, make sure everything is okay. I think my sister will go with me there, but I wouldn't be for maybe 5 minutes.
Okay, but you already have a place to stay?
Yes.
Okay. In addition to your mom and your sister, is there anybody else who depends on you? Or other family members that depend on you?
As a dependent, no, but as family, sure.
All right. Nothing further, Judge.
All right, state.
Yes, I have very brief. I'm Florida because my name is Lorenzo. I'm a prosecutor for the state. You stated you probably would not reside with your mother. Will you be living alone?
No.
No, who will you be living with?
My girlfriend.
Are there children in the home? Okay. Are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
I operate machinery for the jury to get on to operate the tractor.
How long have you been doing that?
Since
2018 or so.
And you're aware that you're here because of choices you made. Given that we're here, you chose to operate that motor vehicle in the office that you found. Yeah, so you know that's a violation of the law, and you made that choice, right? And when you were frisked by the officers, they felt a lump in your pocket, correct? And it turned out to be suspected drug, right? And then they located a firearm in the center console. Whose firearm is that?
I mean, it was given to me by the guy who owns Raphael, but I don't know who owns it.
Okay, you didn't think that was suspicious, you didn't know who the owner was, but you chose to possess the firearm, you know?
If you neglected to tell me after pushing him to know, which I didn't, maybe, but no, I didn't.
Did you ever become aware that the firearm was stolen?
No, I didn't become aware of the firearm belonged to somebody who had gotten in trouble for a bunch of firearms. This was later on after I'd already got.
No further questions.
All right, any other
Nothing
questions?
further, Your Honor.
All right, any objections to the court asking questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So when you were revoked the first time for a possession case, do you remember why you were revoked?
28, and I didn't really care what was going on. That was whenever I lost the first person that I cared about. Just negligence, was young and dumb.
No, I mean, what allegations? Well, usually when they revoke you, they'll say, we're revoking you because you didn't report, because you're testing positive or something.
I was so lost in this Australian house.
All right, and then you had so that was a possession case, and an unauthorized use case. I'm assuming since they have the same dates that those will probably ran concurrently. All right, and then in 2021, you had the evading arrest detention with a vehicle. All right, so on that one, I'm assuming there was no probation, you were just sentenced.
That one I did because I had literally 2 weeks left to parole. I just freaked out. I go to court for it.
All right, so this is what I'm going to tell you. I've been a defense attorney. Sometimes I'll see things, police pulling somebody over just because they don't have a license plate or a traffic offense. Like officers are allowed to pull people over, right? Even if they just pulling you over because they want to see other things, right? But the issue with you is they pull you over for no license plate in the front. Then it turns out you're driving without a license. Then you have a gun in the vehicle, and then you have drugs. Those are my issues. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation. I understand the other issues you have that you're saying that's going on in your life, but I just don't think you would be a good candidate. So I'm going to find you guilty. What I can tell you is, well, before I say this, let me hear the parties argue for amount of time.
8, Mr. Rodriguez has already done a trip for 3 years, he did 9 months in state jail in 2 years. It seems that those amounts are not enough to prevent and deter Mr. Rodriguez from continuing on his choices in this course of action. So we just have to.
All right, defense.
Your Honor, I would ask for the minimum of 2 years in TDC. It's evident from his testimony that Mr. Rodriguez has admitted guilt to this offense. He is taking responsibility. He also let the court know through answering to the state's questions that he made a poor choice that evening. He didn't minimize it or he didn't withdraw from responsibility. He did say that he made a poor choice, and obviously he's regretting it because he knows that his time with family gets shorter and shorter as the years go by. I have talked to his girlfriend. I can confirm, and also the PSI, that he does have very much family support. And so I don't think that once he gets out of prison, I don't believe that he'll fall or make poor choices anymore. I think he's obviously learned his lesson. So I'm asking the court to sentence him to 2 years in TBC.
All right, this court is going to do, the court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to a $2,000 fine, time and money will run concurrent. Take in consideration 2025 CR 012326. Give you credit for any time served. I'll recommend the therapeutic community. I don't have jurisdiction to place you in that program, but it will show on the judgment that I'm requesting that you be placed in the therapeutic community. You'll have to request it as well. There's to be no residing in households with minors, and the court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. And of course, give you the credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, make sure you make better decisions, because if you come back, you're potentially looking at being charged as a habitual, which would mean your minimum would be 25, okay?
Can I ask one more thing?
Sure.
If you were to be able to reconsider my probation, and I said that I would willing to take the max if I messed up even more, so you reconsider.
No, and I will tell you, I won't be the judge who would be deciding that if you were to mess up. Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you, counsel. All right, who's next?
Joe Morales. Page 4 down.
Morales?
Okay, State, do you have that dismissal? Thank you. All right, hello.
Hello.
All right, so today you're all supposed to be here for disposition. So what's going on?
You know, when we came last time, the indictment was it was incorrect. So the state needed to correct it. They're still in the process of doing that, but it still hasn't been re-indicted yet. So we're asked to come back on Monday so that indictment can be corrected, so we can come before you on a plea agreement.
All right, Ms. Ferguson? Set this for Monday for a jury trial, so something's gonna happen on Monday. All right, we'll bring you back on April 6th, Ms. Ferguson. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And Deputy Laura, he'll need to be dressed for trial.
Just if they're. I have a dismissal judgment. Thank you so much.
Alfonso? Here's the dismissal. All right, who's next?
It's Lorenzo Garcia, the plea judge.
I don't have any. All right. Lorenzo Garcia? I'm sorry, Robert. Yes, Lorenzo Garcia, come down. Is this an application?
There's no application, Judge.
Okay. And is the other case being taken in consideration?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, the court is calling 2026 CR 002384, State versus Lorenzo Garcia. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Ready for the state? Christopher Simpkins for the defense.
And are you Mr. Garcia? Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge, and I signed the certification.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Garcia, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading?
Do you, Your Honor?
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are.
Mr. Garcia, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility. and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial. You have a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
No. Yes, yeah, sorry.
All right. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
In my opinion, he is.
Mr. Garcia, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
According to the plea, punishment is assessed under 1244 to 103 days in the Bexar County Jail. The state will take in consideration 2026 CR 002385. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
It is, Judge.
State?
It is, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, any such motions?
There were none, Judge.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Judge, you have to say exhibit number one, including all.
We have no objections.
All right, and state, do you have the dismissal?
Yes.
Okay. All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Garcia, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial and a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we just asked you to follow the plea bargain.
All right, the court will sentence you to 103 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. There's to be no residing in households with minors. Court will take in consideration 2026 CR 002385. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Sure.
Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. Make better decisions, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Judge, may I be excused?
Yes,
Okay.
who's next?
Dwayne Daniel. They're requesting to be settled.
All right, the person by phone.
Probably teaching.
All right, can you have that attorney here? All right, Daniels.
Daniels?
All right, so what is happening with this case?
Judge, Mr. Daniels has the NTR with the new number 1 violation, and the pre-file is the number 1. The state has been communicated to by the complainant, but they need to confirm the communication. We weren't really looking to push it to a contested hearing. We've done a lot of conferring today. I was just gonna ask for a 2-week reset. I think there'd be a resolution, but however the court sees fit to advance it forward. But we're not ready to go on anything today because I'd like clarity from the state on what their intentions would be on the new number one, which they're not committing to anything right now without confirming that conversation from the complaint.
Norma, set this in 2 weeks for a contested hearing. All right, April 16th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Daniels.
Okay, thanks.
Hello. Could I have the paperwork on this hearing?
No, that's on the, this one, yeah.
All right, the people who are at the prison, can you unmute, please?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
All right. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 006930. That's the style of the trial court. The style of the appellate court is 13-25-00492 CR. And by Zoom, we have the defendant and also the appellant. He's the defendant at the trial court level and the appellant at the appellate level. By Zoom, we have attorney Clarissa Pratt. And we also have Mr. Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you the same Rodriguez from the cause number that has previously been stated by the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Pratt, do you recognize that to be your client at the trial court level?
Yes, I recognize his voice, Judge.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly
ma'am.
swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alexander Rodriguez.
All right. So we're here, Mr. Rodriguez. It's in regards to your request that this case be appealed. Mr. Rodriguez, do you still wish to go forward with this appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Pratt.
Yes, Judge.
The court received notice that you did not file your brief in a timely manner. Are you abandoning this appeal for your client?
No, Your Honor, if the court wishes to, I could address it.
Yes.
So we filed a notice of appeal on my client's behalf per his request. His family was supposed to retain another attorney to take over the matter so that I don't deal with appellate issues for the most part. And so they were supposed to retain somebody. Unfortunately, they reached out to me recently and said they were not able to afford another attorney. And therefore, the case kind of fell through the cracks. And unfortunately, I'd closed my office in October of last year. And so this was just pending. I did notify Mr. Rodriguez of my motion to withdraw so that a court-appointed attorney can be officially appointed. He is still indigent and unable to afford an attorney on his own.
All right, and counsel, the motion to withdraw that you filed, when was that filed?
I filed the motion to withdraw through the appellate division. Let's see, Judge, I'm sorry. I sent it to Norma the same day. I apologize.
Okay. All right, it appears maybe March 30th. Does that sound correct?
That does sound correct, yes.
Okay, so Mr. Rodriguez, your attorney
Your Honor.
filed a motion to withdraw on March 30th, 2026, which was after the brief was due to the appellate court. So your attorney is stating that she is not proceeding as the attorney for your brief and she wishes to withdraw. Her withdrawal as your attorney, as your appellate counsel, does not mean that your appeal cannot go forward. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections to her motion to withdraw as your appellate counsel?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then the motion to withdraw as your appellate counsel will be granted. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, are you able to afford counsel to continue with the appeal?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so you are calling from the Department of Corrections, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any funds in a bank account or any money that's available to you?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any real property?
No, ma'am.
All right, then what the court will do, the court is making the finding that one, Attorney Pratt has requested to withdraw, even though she requested to withdraw after the brief was due, the court is going to grant the motion. The court is finding that the appeal has not been abandoned by Mr. Rodriguez, so the appeal will continue. The court is finding that the Mr. Rodriguez is indigent and therefore an appellate attorney will be appointed to represent him on this appeal. Is there anything else, Ms. Pratt, before the court closes the record?
No, Your Honor, thank you so much. I will submit an order for the court.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, before
ma'am.
you hang up, we're going to see if we can have the name of your appellate counsel. So just give us a moment, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Also,
Thank
I had
you.
a few questions. I wasn't sure who do I talk to.
If it's a question involving any issues
So, like,
in your case, you'll need to talk to your counsel.
okay. 'Cause I was just curious about if the appeal brief was missed on a certain time frame. Was that still going to affect me, or it'll be okay with now since now I'll be getting a different attorney?
You're going to have an appellate counsel appointed to you, and the appellate court asked that I enter findings. So I am telling you that I'm making a finding that you have not abandoned your appeal, and an appellate counsel will be appointed to you. And normally when that is done, it's called sort of an out of time appeal, and they'll allow your appellate counsel a chance to file a brief on your behalf.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so don't hang up. I'm going to see if we can figure out who will be your appellate counsel.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes, ma'am.
your appellate counsel is going to be James Seeloff. It's Sieloff.
Okay, and he'll contact me through here at TDC?
Yes.
Okay.
And Miss Ferguson has your information and she'll be able to give him your TDCJ number, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good day.
You too, Your Honor. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. All right, thank you.
I'll send all the information to you.
All right. All right, who's next?
I think we keep it right on.
Okay. All right, who's here on Joseph Holmberg? And is there an application?
Yes, Judge. Morning, Judge.
Good morning, how's it going?
Today's going well, for or technically Thursday, Friday.
Oh, well, let me just tell you, a lot has been happening
You all, I'll
in
say,
court today.
yes, you didn't get to say today, something to the effect of, it's a Friday, don't make it a Monday.
Oh,
I'm just
yes.
saying.
Yeah, I should have said that beforehand, but there has been a lot that has been happening. You know,
This has
people with the
been-
same SID numbers and,
Odyssey issues.
actually, I don't know if this is an Odyssey issue.
Say-
Is it human error, Deputy Laura? What is it?
Oh,
What I understand is the Odyssey is tagging people with the same names and stuff, so it
So-
might be a combination of both.
I had a person, real brief, County Court 2, he did a plea. And I didn't know this, but he was stuck in jail because Odyssey tagged him as a person who had a similar name. He's stuck in jail for like 4 months and he never started probation. But they said he had a case from the 1990s, like major felonies, and he was illegal with the ICE hold. He's a US citizen.
Oh my gosh, that is so insane.
Yeah.
Well, we have someone here. We have someone here who has 3 SID numbers,
That doesn't happen.
but they've merged them
Okay,
into one human being, I guess.
right.
Well, what are you gonna do? do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
You're
Judge.
welcome. All right. Any resets?
Yes, ma'am. Christian Clark on page 4, way at the bottom. Christian Clark.
Christian Clark. All righty, so felony Veterans Treatment Court say they won't accept him.
We understood.
So this is set for PSI. Norma, I need a PSI and TAP evaluation. And a MIC evaluation. Vashon, how much time do you need for PSI, TAP, and MIC? All right, I need an 8-week reset. August 28th?
May 28th.
All right, May 28th.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, anyone else? Anyone else who's ready?
Yes, Mr. Wolf is ready. He has something that's off docket for a Hoagie. He has his motion with him, right?
It's just a motion to modify a bond. He's on a full GPS and wanted tracking.
Is the state in agreement?
State is in agreement. He wanted it so he can visit his father for Easter, and he's in the process of, he's going to orientation for school, and he wanted to be able to look for a job. This is his email to me.
Oh, no, I don't need the email. Thank you. All right, who's next?
Your Honor, I have a similar situation and agreed order on an off-docket matter.
All right, what do you have? Yes.
Happy Maundy Thursday.
Hi.
It's a modification from full to partial with a tracking window. It's a marijuana case.
Oh, no, this is actually YTIA. It's an organization that helps foster children. And this is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily?
Yes, please.
I mean, is that what y'all agreed to?
Yes, I think that was the intention, yes.
Okay.
If you think anything needs clarification, please.
Anyone else ready?
May I be excused?
Yes. All right, Mr. Porter, who do you have?
Yes, I'll say that.
Salceda? If you'll come forward. Hello.
To see you again.
Oh, you too. Just give me 1 second. All right, is this a PSI, correct?
Good as you are.
One moment, please.
Are there witnesses?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right, after this, we're going to take a recess. Who's the plea for?
Definitely. Jean, the banner. For Bear County.
All right, who is Kelly Jean Cadena? Who's the attorney? Court is calling 2025 CR 015234. State versus Kelly Jean Cadena. Can I have parties announce?
Ready for the state?
for Ms. Cadena?
And are you Ms. Cadena?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have none.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Cadena, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Judge.
Ms. Cadena, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter a plea into this case, in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She does, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe she is, Your Honor.
Ms. Cadena, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, no.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 60 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There are no applications. Did you understand that to be your plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions?
Your Honor.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No.
State any evidence.
You have your 6-1 and all types.
No objection, Judge.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I would just ask the court to follow the plea bargain. I believe she has 29 days in, Judge, so I think one more day she could.
Court will find you guilty, sentence you to 60 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no residing in households with minors. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over that, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. If you don't stop using, one or two things going to happen. You're going to spend the rest of your life in prison, or somebody's going to be identifying your body. You better make changes. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you.
Thank you.
Alfonso, who do you have? Okay, all right. So we're going to take our recess in council. If the plea paperwork is completed, then you can appear by Zoom.
We only have one more, Judge, one more,
Just one more, Judge.
just one more.
Almost.
I'm just happy, one more. Judge, may I introduce?
Yes.
Hang on, Raphael.
They're set on Monday.
Okay, thank you.
I looked at Odyssey on Raphael Rodriguez, and there's like another date at the end of April, it says to hire attorney. I didn't know if that was a recent or like an old. Arnolfo is the attorney on the case.
Oh.
Did he? Okay, thank you. Man. All right, I'll get at least one status conference though, right? Once you hire somebody new. I feel like I've started over 3 times with this guy. Thank y'all. That's beautiful.
Hi, Hunter. Have a good one.
You, Judge. Please give my regards to Mom.
Oh, I will. You know, Mom is always like, where's Hunter?
I'm here, Judge. Just hide. Back at 1:30. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And Alfonso, that one we need a
Interpreter.
yes.
Yes, Ron.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
That's set for Monday.
Okay, I'll put it on the.
Are we breaking this today or?
Yes, we're breaking.
What? This would be your birthday today.
Oh, okay.
That's with my daughter's.